What's going on, Tammy? Yeah, no, I can't really talk right now. Gonna be going to meet up with that girl that I met on the internet that I've been talking to for like 2 months now. Yeah. Yeah, I'll catch up with you a little later once I'm done. Hey. Yeah. I'm outside Oak Street right now. I'm about to go drop off my jacket. It's way too warm today. Yeah, dude, I told you don't call me. I'm gonna be meeting up with Doris. Yeah. Yeah, that girl from the internet. Yeah, so don't call me, alright? I'm in. Bye. Hello? Yeah, girl, I told you, don't bother me today. I'm gonna be going to meet Doris, that girl that I've been talking about on the internet. Alright. Yeah, I'll call you later when I'm done, alright? Alright. Yep. Alright, bye. Hello? Yeah, I told you I was meeting up with that girl Doris. Yeah, I told you this like earlier this morning, you doorknob. What are you talking about? Alright, you gotta stop calling me that early in the morning when you can't even comprehend what I'm saying, my friend. Just give me a little bit and I'll get back to you, okay? I know I have that lens for you. Alright. Yep. Jeez. Alright, bye. What a doorknob. So I use this trail all the time. So why don't you follow me? I can show you some great spots.
Okay, yeah.
So I like the mask idea that you have going on right now. It's just a normal mask with like not too much going on, but you keep showing your eyes as much as you can.
Well, you know, my eyes are okay. I have blue eyes, but if I have enough filters on, there's actually a way I can make my eyes.
Well, filters are only just a figment of what your mind wants them to be.
Well, I want them to be reality.
Reality is also easily alternated. Hey, yeah.
So, how long have you been skateboarding?
I've been skateboarding for like about 21 years now. It's been since I was about like 5 years old.
Wow. That's so cool.
I mean, there's not much to do in a little small town with nothing but hills, but all you can really do is skateboard and watch grass grow.
Oh my god. I can't believe you know it.
I mean, when you grow up in the area that I'm pretty sure both of us grew up in, we probably know a lot of the same artists that are pretty known for their stupid songs like that.
Can I tell you a secret?
Absolutely.
Like sometimes to me in my mind, like over Snapchat, when I'm just like looking at screenshotting our message history and stuff, like in my mind, I'm Avril Lavigne and you're just a skater boy.
It's kind of one of those things where you just go with it and you just let it ride. Smooth sailing.
Literally. So have you done like professional art? Have you done skateboard competitions or anything?
I do downhill longboard races actually. It's a little more mentally challenging than I would say regular skateboarding.
Like the Special Olympics?
Not necessarily special Olympics. I mean, it's a special type of Olympics, I guess, but
okay.
It's more of a, I'll go down hills on...
like the X-boards?
Yes, exactly, X-boards. That's how more special, I guess you could say it is. Just like Northampton. Northampton's got this extremely big skateboarding park that has a nice skateboarding bowl in it. And I've seen people get hurt in there, but I've gotten more hurt on a longboard going downhill at about 18 miles an hour than I've ever seen any of these people.
There's filters that will slow you down, like, that's what I mean by retarded people. I mean people slowed down in a filter on Instagram, aesthetically, and then skateboarding.
Well, skateboarding is definitely is an acquired taste from what everybody who I've known who's ever actually like decided to talk to me or anybody else about skateboarding. We end up seeming to all just love the speed. We love being in control with absolutely nothing but our feet. Our boards become part of us. This board is as much of my feet.
I'm not into foot fetishes.
This board is as much of my feet, though, as it is of myself. So this is actually one of my favorite spots to sit and just kind of look out over to the open. This is one of the Northampton Meadows. The amazing pictures that I was able to take on days where I just didn't really want to skateboard for some reason, but it still felt very, very artsy. I took some of the best pictures that I'm pretty sure I showed to you a couple times throughout, actually, past a little bit.
Yeah.
Some of the greatest pictures I've taken were actually in that field up over there.
And like if I could canvas that over my face or over other scenes as a filter, like it's good as nature, but I feel like it could be even better as a filter. Do you feel like if I looked like if I looked like a piece of land, like even like a piece of marsh, like or a swamp, would that be attractive to you? You know, like me, but like through a filter, like as like a landscape.
It would be just as gorgeous as any single picture that I think I could take. Doris, why would you even consider that you would look less beautiful than you already are if you look like a marshy landscape? Why would you try to put yourself in that kind of thought process? You're far prettier than any other landscape that I've even ever been able to take pictures of.
Oh my god. Well, that's so nice of you to say, but I don't know. It's just I've just seen what's possible with filters, you know, and I don't know. It's like I honestly could look better as a cheetah. I could look better as a landscape. I know that I can look so good through a filter, you know.
The beauty that you have.
I could be a landscape. I could be a landscape. I've seen it on Instagram. People do this. I could scotch tape dirt to myself, moss to myself, lettuce. I could have one eye that's a rutabaga. I've seen it on Instagram. I've seen it on Pinterest. There are people that look gorgeous this way.
Why would you try to put yourself in that kind of thought process? You're far prettier than any other landscape that I've even ever been able to take pictures of.
But I've just seen how much better I can be through filters, and I would like to live through filters in reality for you, for me, and for the world, you know, possibly for the ecosystem. I don't know.
I like filters. Filters make things look a little bit cooler. They don't ever make them look better.
I don't know. We've never talked about that in chat. That's a bit of a bombshell for me, I'll be honest. I'm a little bit taken aback by that. Well, like, I don't know. You're some kind of Mormon, unfiltered believer in real. I just know that I look better in the filter.
Doris, everything is absolutely perfectly fine with how you think about filters and every beauty that you think of. Let me show you some more beauty that's down the pathway. This pathway that we go through all the time, me and my friends, is nothing but beauty.
Oh, cool.
So Doris, how was the ride exactly from all the way from Hull? That's a haul and a half.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. You know, there was like a fight at Kelly's, and there was a lot of people in the street, and I couldn't get, you know, my uncle was in the fight, so I kind of got held up, you know, in the middle of the street in Hull. But once I got out of Hull, it was smooth sailing.
We don't have much of that down in Northampton. We just got a lot of skaters and a lot of, I guess, normal hippies.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's really nice here. In Hull, everyone's just really drunk and trying to avoid their child support.
It's a little different, but it's the same as every other, I guess you could say, New England kind of town. We're all weirdos. So what exactly about skateboarding is intrigues you the most?
Well, you know, it's the board, it's the wheels, it's the sneakers, it's
So when it comes to skating, I've been doing it, as I said, for like 21 years now. It's pretty much in my blood. It's more what I'm supposed to be doing in my life. I've never really liked being on a bicycle. I've never really liked rollerblading. It's nothing but skating and the speed. Or even filtering, just taking amazing pictures of yourself down the bike path using the meadows or the entire
landscape as a face.
Absolutely. The most beautiful background contrast that you can get. It's one of the most amazing experiences that you can actually get in life that I've noticed. Because to me, it's being like one with the board, being one with yourself.
If there was a filter that made people zoom around without walking,
I mean, you're absolutely not wrong about
it's like a natural filter for humans and boards.
It is. It really is, actually. The filter that kind of I noticed when I decide to take pictures of myself while I'm skateboarding, I see behind me is nothing but a blur, which is pretty much life. Nothing but a blur. It's all right. I fall on my skateboard so many times. It's ridiculous. But the filter is more like the blur behind you of nothing but a blurred contrast and nothing but the foreground. Nothing but the absolute pure of what you are and what everything is. That's how I see that kind of a filter. It's one of the better parts of skating. You can get two different arts in one. You can get both photography and video and just life.
That's so poetic. So, Tyler, have you ever been in an accident on your skateboard?
I've been in 2 18-mile-an-hour crashes. I've actually hairline fractured my ankle once. That was horrible. I couldn't skate for about 2 months, and I could barely even walk. And I actually got a herniated disc in my back from falling at about 18 miles an hour. First one, I ended up just falling completely down one of the bigger hills in Northampton. It screwed up my leg so bad I had to go to the hospital. Second time, I ended up not hairline fracturing. The hairline fracture was the worst one of all time. It was the herniated disc that put me through 3 months worth of pain. And that is nothing I would ever turn around and tell anybody do. Most skateboarders, I actually have to turn around and tell them, please be careful so you don't actually mess up your life. So you can keep skateboarding and just keep going and keep doing your art form. I feel like you would actually appreciate skateboarding if you were to try it at one point.
So is your body ruined?
Thank, thankfully, it's not. I've recovered fully from all of my injuries, except for maybe my ankle is a little messed up, but other than that, I've been able to recover from everything as good as I can. It's not that fun to recover from, and when you do end up falling and getting hurt again, even in the slightest bit, it does really hurt.
Well, you know what, Tyler? I think it was really brave of you to get back on that board.
I mean, skating's in my blood. It's part of me. It's part of everything who I am. You know, making yourself look as beautiful as you can through Instagram, showing and any other platform I've seen you actually on, Facebook, Instagram, Snap. It's almost the same kind of way. You fall down, you have to get right back up. And it's a struggle. Because sometimes you don't want to do it, but it means that you're extremely brave when you can. That's why I admire the fact that you just keep making pictures, doing the best that you can, making yourself more confident. Because that's the biggest thing that anybody needs is self-confidence. You don't need to be confident about anybody else but yourself. That's why I skate, and people make fun of me for skating on a pink skateboard all the time, but makes me feel happy, makes me confident. You know, if you can be stupid skating on a pink skateboard, then you know what? Nothing else is really gonna bother you. You can just keep going and going.
I love your pink skateboard.
It's my baby. I've had her for years. I really appreciate the fact that you like her.
If there was a filter that could make this my skin in the physical realm right now, that would be my skin.
It would actually be a very, very beautiful kind of a filter added. Starting from a green to orange to pink contrast, that would be extremely beautiful and extremely artsy as well. The amount of artwork that people put on here too. Just like any type of artwork that somebody could take a picture of, somehow they're drawing it. And it's freestyled. It's like filtering. It's like actually taking freestyle pictures.
I don't think that works with my skin tone, and I mean, honestly, the artwork I don't think is that great. I mean, I will say that. I'll be honest.
I mean, it is street artwork, so it's not supposed to be the greatest. I mean, what is an artwork?
Well, it's almost like art, I don't have a job, versus artwork to me. But that is just like, I'm used to things at a certain level. I'm used to Snapchat, I'm used to Insta, I'm used to definition, composition, filtering. And this is a realm beyond. This is, you know, I spend my life in a room taking pictures of myself, and I know that that is honestly the most valuable thing you can do in this world at this point. And I know that. I'm trying to bring filters to the outer world.
Why don't we actually take a look at some of the artwork and not just walk past it? I mean, filters aren't the best thing in life sometimes. Sometimes looking through life filterless is one of the best things that you can do.
I really appreciate this. You have some wild ideas that, you know, I don't know. I might be making a mistake. I don't know what I'm even doing now, but, you know, I'm attracted to it.
Best type of artworks, like modern art as in, you know, emojis that everybody use, but it's extremely happy. It's, you know, everybody's happy, smiling, but the bleeding eyes of what type of torture we're going through in life right now. Like, look at what's going on in society right now. Everybody's got to wear a mask. Everybody's got to wear glasses. What about background instead of filter? Think of a background instead of a filter. You think it would be a better wall background than a kind of a filter, kind of a foreground area for you? I mean, I personally think that you'd be able to take some great pictures that would look amazing, especially in that outfit that you're wearing right now. Extremely great pictures throughout a lot of this, like the bridge artwork.
I think I would need to deeply filter this.
So this was actually done by one of my good friends, Chris T. He loves doing dystopian looking modern artwork on the most unthought of places, really, underneath bridges, on certain rocks and parks. He decides to tag all the walls around there all the time, so boats passing will be able to see dystopian but modern looking artwork. I mean, I'm loving right now the fact that there's all this dystopian, the new dystopian artwork around here too is amazing right now, because the amount of, terror everybody's going through right now. It makes people feel a little bit more comforted knowing that you're not alone.
There's no option to love on Snapchat, but I would probably view it on Snapchat. So it's like, I understand what you're saying, even though it disturbs me to be in a raw environment, unfiltered, and to even be looking at anything like this, and honestly, even to be in nature.
That's absolutely correct. There's no other way that I can put that. That's absolutely correct. There's been some pictures that I've taken that I've looked at where I'm like, it won't work without a correct filter. I'm guessing you don't have any art like this over in Hull, do you?
Oh, no, Penis Man? No, Penis Man is actually from Hull.
Some filter.
If I was to make this into a filter, it would be a little more defined.
So how exactly is Hull for you?
Well, it's just a cesspool. Yeah, sure. There's a lot of cement. There's a carousel. There's skatable things, I think.
Might get hurt, but hey, as I said, part of skating.
That's the part that I love about it. There's nothing sexier than watching a man bleed in their story with a heavy filter. It's good to get hurt.
Getting hurt is part of the experience of skateboarding. It's part of the excitement. It's part of just the life experience of it all.
I would describe Hull exactly the same way.
Sounds like why I skateboard and try to avoid people most of the time. Probably like how you like to just, take a lot of pictures.
I wish
like
I
to
had
be
a
by yourself.
filter on right now. I just am really embarrassed that you're even seeing me without a filter. That's the only thing that makes me a little anxious.
So one of my favorite things actually to do is skating around in town in a fox onesie. Instead of, normal weird clothing like formal clothing like I do normally like to wear because it makes me look nice. Sometimes that extra little happiness to give people, it's enough of a filter, so to speak, for my life to make me happy, knowing I'm making other people happy.
Do you think God has a filter?
God has every filter. The one that makes everything beautiful. Everything the way that you want to see it. It wouldn't exist if it wasn't for that natural filter. I mean, religions are all what you make of them, too. I may not be the most religious person, but at the same time, it's all what you make it. It's just like your filters, it's all what you make it.
Well, it's like if any religion doesn't make me more physically beautiful, I don't care about it, you know?
That's actually beautiful in itself, though.
Thank you.
Why even consider thinking those ways?
I think the most important thing is to be beautiful, and I feel that I really understand the state of man at this time. And I feel somehow with your pink skateboard and your crazy unfiltered ideas, you also do.
Just remember, it may not be unfiltered. There's still filters, so to speak. Lighting is a different filter. Different settings are different filters.
So what part of Northampton is this?
Oh, we're getting closer and closer to more down the King Street area. It's one of the main roads. We're actually really close to the like the soda factory up here. I'm surprised that we even still have it up here, but apparently we still have one of the biggest soda factories up here.
Oh wow, yeah. Have you seen that filter where it's all bubbles and it turns your head into bubbles and it's like carbonated? Just when you said soda.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen you use it a couple times.
Yeah. Thanks.
How's Hull? Like, other than just, I guess, skating areas that you told me about.
Yeah, well, it's like, you know, a lot of alcoholics and desolation, and then in the summer, it's just really hot, and it's a lot of people that come, and there's mini golf, but mostly it's just Irish Catholic families fighting each other.
Sounds like Holyoke. One of those places that just seems stuck in the past a little bit. Or at least it sounds like one of those places stuck in the past.
Yeah, it's like the fury of the ocean. Oh, I love Northampton. The people are really nice here.
See, that's why I think Northampton is a very different spot than any other town I've ever been to. It's one of those very quaint, nice little spots. I want to try to visit Hull when I can, just to see it.
Yeah, Hull's not like that.
It's another place that in Massachusetts that I would like to check.
Do you know anybody that's taken their own braces off with pliers?
I can't say I have.
That's how every kid in Hull got rid of their braces.
Well then, that sounds like Northampton in a nutshell too, so. Northampton in a nutshell is everybody has the same Massachusetts kind of brain.
So, Tyler, did you go to college?
I actually, I ended up studying for a little bit before I dropped out on criminal justice and other sorts of law classes. One of my biggest strives in life is actually to become a lawyer.
Really? A skateboarding lawyer?
I mean, it's not Not the most conventional thing anybody's ever thought of, but it's interesting. It adds more to my life, and I really enjoy, for some reason, criminal justice.
Why do you want to be a lawyer?
The amount of wrong that I've seen people do in my life, and they've been able to get away with it. I mean, there's so much good people can do, I don't understand why people would try to do wrong. So Doris, I want to show you this actual spot that I go and skate all the time. It's down over on off the beaten path a little bit.
Cool. I can't wait to see you skate.
Anybody who owns this land never really bothers me. And everything is actually really paved really well. I mean, I can catch some pretty decent speed on all of this.
Go, Tyler! Oh! Go, Tyler, go!
That's all I do.
It's incredible. It's incredible to watch you. It's almost even better than a new filter. Wow. Wow, Tyler, you're really one step forward. It's incredible. It's like your feet don't even move.
I mean, as I said, skateboard's a part of my feet, it's a part of my body. 21 years of doing some form of art will make you realize it's not even art to you anymore, it's a part of you.
That's my dream.
That's why I skate, that's why I do all the pushing that I can for other artists and other, especially people like you. You do amazing photography of yourself. That's a self-image booster. Just like when you're a skateboarder. You fall, you hurt, you get back up, you keep going. You stop, that's you absolutely messing up your own art form.
It seems like there's a whole philosophy behind your skating.
I mean, there's a philosophy behind everything, really. I mean, with skating, yeah, it's a free-form flow art. When it comes down to skating, it's like, have you ever sat there with a paintbrush when you were younger and just you didn't know what you were about to turn around and draw, but all of a sudden it turned from nothing into something absolutely beautiful that you were extremely proud of. That's exactly like skateboarding. The philosophy is the philosophy of flow. Type of philosophy that I go with flow art, even the art of taking selfies, the art of, you know, posting beautiful landscapes, any form of those arts, even taking a picture of the moon. You just got to figure out what works best for you, and you just keep taking those pictures, you keep skating, you keep making that music, you keep drawing that picture. You keep making that movie, you keep making that internet video.
So, Tyler, what's your experience with Twitch?
I've done a couple of live streams while I'm just skating around town, trying to make sure people who are stuck inside right now, like everybody else really is, can still experience being outside, even though they might not be comfortable with going outside. I'm able to skate around, cover a lot of ground, and, people are really enjoying the fact that, they can see what's going on in town or in the town's clothes. People realize, okay, there really is still a society outside of my home.
I love that. You're so brave to engage with the outside world.
I mean, it's one of the things that you gotta kind of do in order to get a fan base. I mean, you should know as much as I do about that.
Well, I do most everything on my phone. It's been so great today. I think it's been such a great walk we've had today. I think it's getting dark, though. Maybe we should get back to the path.
Yeah, we should get back to the path before it gets too dark. There aren't many lights on it, so it might be better to actually get you back to your get you back to your vehicle so you can get home safe at a point.
It's been so great. I mean, it's not, I do miss Wi-Fi a little bit, but for the most part, I've enjoyed myself.
Well, sometimes you got to get away from the electronics and get out into nature, and it'll make you realize how much you're actually missing.
Do you think the moon has a filter?
Moon's got a filter that I like to call the hulla. The absolute light and ring around the moon is one of the most beautiful filters that you can see.
Hey, that sounds like my hometown. Well, Tyler, I guess I have to thank you for, demonstrating your skills on the board and, really enlightening me with your whole philosophy and everything. You're even better in person than you are through Snapchat.
I really appreciate that. Actually, I was really, really, really nervous coming up on the bike path to meet you. And at first, in general, anyway, I was a little bit intimidated. But knowing that you're this amazing, wonderful, nice person. It's unrealistic to me. I don't understand how it's actually happening in this kind of day and age with the time that we're in right now. Nobody can really go outside the fact that you wanted to actually meet up with me and talk, and you're as smart as you are, and you're amazing with all sorts of different pictures, different sorts of photographies. The fact that you understand lighting contrast with filters and all that, and you're very interested in it, it's extremely attractive to me.
Well, I just love to watch you board. I just love the way you skate, Tyler. I just love it. Tyler, I just think that you're the best.
I really appreciate every single thing that you've said and done with me today. So it's been a wonderful experience.
It really has. Oh, Tyler.
Oh, Doris, thank you so much.
Oh, Tyler.
just go walk on the path. They can't shut that down.
Okay. The opposite hand. And so I started trying to rollerblade, and I just couldn't do it. I'm very unbalanced overall. One time I went to California with my brother, and there was this like tiny Asian boy. First off, every child in California has a hoverboard. And there was this tiny child named Padmu, and he was just hoverboarding circles around everyone.
Yeah, I don't really like the electronic skateboards at all. It defeats the whole purpose of your feet to the ground to the board. And it's electronic. Like there's not really that much athleticism in it. You're just kind of balancing. I guess that is a big thing, but
Yeah, Hull is really nothing like Northampton. I'll tell you that much. It's like,
I don't think I've ever actually seen a city anything like Northampton anywhere.
it's like maybe if I was born in Northampton, I would skateboard outside.
You have college kids that just bike all the way down here just to be in Northampton.
UMass Amherst, doesn't that have a reputation for being a party school?
You mean ZooMass? Absolutely. That's why it's fun in this area as well, because it's 5 college area. There's nothing but beautiful people trying to learn. Nothing but education. We just want people to be smart and figure out how we're going to make everything better in this world.
What was the reason you couldn't skate today?
Oh, cops everywhere. They're telling people to get out of the park if they even try to break in or go through the little hole that's in the back that's been there for years.
Oh my God.
They're shutting down all the parks too, which is ridiculous to me.
I just finally saw a park for the first time, and now we can't even skate. I mean, I can't skate, but do you think I could be a skater?
Anybody can be a skater. Well, it's really easy in order to gain balance and actually learn how to skate. It takes time, it takes practice. I've been skating for years, so it looks easy, but it wasn't when I started.
Easy when you do it.
It was not easy when I started.
You're so deep. Like, I mean, in Hull, you know, really socially, there's no choice, kind of, but to be inside on the internet and be like the best thing in Hull is a filter. And you're just out here in this whole other landscape that it's like a filter outside of a filter.
I've got a couple of videos of me falling and getting hurt, but getting right back up, just like never stopping.
Oh my God, I would love to see those videos. Are they filtered?
Oh no, they're from the 90s.
Oh my God.
They still have film grain and everything.
Oh my God, Tyler, this is amazing. I mean, we have broken windows in Hull, but we don't have anything like this. We definitely don't have this kind of a thing in Hull.
Northampton has so much graffiti and so much just street artwork everywhere.
I'm really embarrassed to do this in front of you, but I just really want to take a couple of selfies here.
Absolutely, go ahead. This is a beautiful, beautiful spot.
Okay, can you just... I'm sorry. Can you just not look at me while I do it?
Some sort of self-image problem? Is it the filters?
I kind of just want to take... It's like embarrassing, but I just want to take a couple of selfies right here. Tyler, you're such a philosopher.
Well, you know, you have to look at the bright side of life sometimes, or else everything gets too dark.
Can I tell you something?
Absolutely dark.
I took a photo of the moon last night, and I filtered it to look like the sun. Tyler, do you mind if I just take a couple of selfies here?
Always taking selfies. Absolutely, though.
Okay.
Let me move this way so you can actually...
Okay. Do you mind, do you mind just not looking at me? Because I might take off my mask and I just... Hi. Oh my God. Deepen. Okay. Don't text me now. I'm busy. Don't want to hear from you. I am filtering. Hello. Hello, Rebecca. The doctor will see you now.